video or talk video is not Disney. This one is more because, you know, this is this homeschooling adventure. So we are homeschoolers. I want to talk about 5 places that we as homeschoolers in Tennessee like to go in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on the Tennessee side. The first place that we absolutely love to go is the Sugarlands Visitor Center. As you're coming out of Gatlinburg, whether you take the Gatlinburg bypass or not, there is a visitor center called Sugarlands Visitor Center, and it's one of our favorite places to go. There's like a mini museum there. There's a movie show that you can watch. And one thing that not a lot of people know, there is actually a small trail. So like you're going back towards the bathrooms and there's a trail and you keep going. There's actually a cabin up at the end of that trail, and you just go and you come back like you do like any of the houses in Cades Cove. And it's a great place to just stop before you go into the Smokies. I mean, you could go and do this and then go and do other things as well. But the movie theater's air conditioned. It's just like a little break. There's a map there of the Smoky Mountains. And it's just a good place to stop, rest, relax after for us, we drive straight up. So for the long drive up there, and then just to go, it's just one of our favorite places to go. And we do recommend the movie. It's a little older and some of the information may seem outdated, but it's still like a nice overview of the Smoky. Number 2 is Laurel Falls. There's 2 reasons why this is my favorite. Number 1, it is my favorite falls on the Tennessee side. I've been to several falls. Laurel Falls is one of my favorites. It is the closest falls to Sugarlands Visitor Center. It's paved, which means it's accessible. And for those that it's not only accessible, we've taken a double stroller up that. It's pretty steep, but we've pushed a double stroller up it. And it's just cool, refreshing. It's one of my favorite. It is my favorite falls in the park. But it's right out, as far as I can remember, like you go right out of Sugarlands, like you're going towards Cades Cove, and it's going to be on the right. But it is my absolute favorite falls in the Tennessee side of the Smoky Mountains Park. Number 3 is Metcalf Bottoms. So as you're going towards Cades Cove, there is a camp or a picnic area called Metcalf Bottoms. It has bathrooms, and it has a bunch of picnic tables, and it actually has a water area that at your own risk you can go and like kind of splash around in and get wet and soaked and have fun, and it's really fun. And then not far from you can park at Metcalf Bottoms, and there's a hiking trail to a schoolhouse, and sometimes there is a lady that goes there who her ancestors are from where the Smoky, like some of the areas of the Smoky Mountains before it became a state park and it was no longer inhabited by humans. There's a schoolhouse there, and then from the schoolhouse there's actually also a trail up to a house that belonged to I think they said it's the last people to live in the Smokies. Like instead of moving, they were given the right to live there until they died. It was 3 sisters, I think, if I remember right. And so they lived there until they died, and so their house is still there. So it's really cool because there's like a lot right there, but it's not really well known that there's so much in that area. Number 4, and of course any list for the Tennessee side cannot be complete without Cades Cove. Cades Cove is one of my absolute favorite places to go. I always remember going as a kid. We have taken the girls that were very young. We left our house like early in the morning, drove straight to Cades Cove, got there at opening, and we drove through and saw more bears than we ever have. And no, we are not the type to get out and try to get a selfie with the bears. We take all the pictures from our car, but we actually would walk up, and sometimes we'll break it up into multiple trips. Like we'll do half the trail where we'll get out and look at the houses, and the other half we just drive through and look at them. Or we'll do half the trail and just drive through, and then the other half we get out and look at the houses on just different trips so that we can break it up, because it is like a full day, and it's a lot of hiking if you're not used to it. Which our family is pretty cool about hiking, and we like it. But I mean, with the last time we did it, we had small kids, and you know, small kids get tired after a while. So you can either break it up into 2 trips, or at the Cades Cove Visitor Center, you can actually rent bikes before you go in. I think there's also a horse trail that goes through there. There is a lot that you can do at Cades Cove. You can camp right outside of Cades Cove, and you can, I think on 2 days a week, maybe every day of the week now, I don't remember. I think as a kid I remember 2 days a week, Cades Cove opens early to hikers. You can hike the entire loop. which we've never done that because, again, small kids, and small kids don't like walking a lot of distance. So there's a lot of things you can do at Cades Cove. I mean, just check it out online before you go. But yeah, there's a lot to do. Also, make sure you double check the times of when they open, because I remember one time we went to go and then like it was opening an hour later in the summer, and we had forgot to check, so we ended up sitting there for like an hour with nothing to do. The last one on my list is Clingman Stone, and I have not been since I was my middle child's age. But Clingman Stone, if I remember, it's all accessible trail, and it goes straight up to, and I can't remember if it's the tallest, like not Mount LeConte, but like the tallest lookout tower. I don't remember, but I remember going as a kid, and I remember just like so loving it, and it was my family's favorite, which is why I added it even though I haven't been in a long time. Like my birth family's favorite of places to hike because of just the beautiful view of Clingman Stone. So that's my top 5 favorites places in the Great Smoky Mountains to check out. In the comments below, what is your favorite place in the Great Smoky Mountains to either stay or hike or place to go to? Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.